what would your first 90 days of quantum readiness look like?
One of the things you can do right along those lines is upgrade to the latest versions of stuff
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
because Windows, right? The latest version of .NET now, after umpteen billion years of Microsoft saying it's got to be all Microsoft all the time, they now support underpinning OpenSSL 3.x. Well, the beauty of OpenSSL 3.x framework is this exact idea of cryptographic providers, which means I can now, and to keep it in the Windows dialect, drop in a DLL, right, a dynamic library that is the cryptographic engine of choice, and as a result, just by dropping in a new dynamic library, I'm upgraded. And so if you soften the ground by getting on the latest version of Windows, then when you're ready to migrate, it's a drop-in upgrade, not a rip and replace or a big reformat. So that right there is a great example of where, and what's interesting is you'd say, well, why is this a new thing? Well, for a long time, there was I'd say a good, better part of this century, there were so many early mistakes around people rolling their own cryptography that a
Mhm.
lot of the protocols like TLS and others were updated to hard code the allowable cryptography. So the whole idea was, you folks can't do it right yourselves, so we're going to protect you from yourselves by locking it down. Well, that worked for a period of time, but now coming back to kind of back to haunt us a bit with now things are kind of static and we got to get back to dynamic, but still got to have great guidance. And, like we're getting from leadership like Nicholas on what are the right cryptographic primitives. But then now having a modern way to migrate to them. So no matter what, get on the latest version and you'll clean up a lot of the sins of the past and kind of almost
For sure.
prepare yourself as the vendors themselves embrace crypto agility. So again, leveraging the ecosystem, leveraging your partners is always going to be part of it. And so as part of that inventory, it's not just, the custom apps you have yourself, but your major cloud provider. What's their storyline? When are they going to go? Amazon last week announced finally that AWS front door supports TLS 1.3 and post-quantum cryptography. Wow. Why it took them a year after the new standards were released, nobody knows, but they did it. So if you're an Amazon shop, cha-ching, and oh, by the way, if you use Chrome, it's already got it. And so suddenly using Chrome to access Amazon, they do the handshake. That connection is post-quantum. You did nothing except get on the latest version, right? That's the beauty is you can get almost the 80/20 rule with just refresh and looking where you've got technical version debt and cleaning that up might actually soften the ground quite a bit and lower the lift to get the rest of the way.